It's Week 5 of the 2028 season, and the spotlight is on the Cardinals, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cardinals and the Jets. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that.
We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. A lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This is caught inside the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
The biggest mistake you can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal. Hall will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in with some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Back to throw now. He's got the hook up to Watkins.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing here on second and a handful. This throw is caught. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Third down, Jets are in a dime set. 6 defensive backs out there. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it in close. And in for the Arizona touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cardinals take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. He'll look to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. We give to Hall now on the option. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on first down. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, I think they like to say in baseball, clear the mechanism, and that's what you got to do. You've got to let that play go and simply move on to the next. Hey, listen, rare is the game where pass protection ever is going to win 100% of the time, so move on to the next one.
Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And this one's out of the side of the end zone, was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on first down. Connects on the crosser. Along the right sideline, there's space. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grow their early lead to 13. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Complete to Mims. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Gets him on the in route. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. From the gun, it's Hall. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 21-7 is our score. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Mims with the grab. And they bring him down around the 34. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. I'll try to run for it with Hall. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. One man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10, looking to throw. Finds Mims. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Offense set for a 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. This one taken in by Kraft. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on 1st down. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a throw. Taken in by Harrison. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. And it's a nickel look from the Jets, 3rd down. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. He'll throw it. He's got Harrison. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lottery. It's but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets offense now set to take over. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This one misses the tight end. And now they need to get more on 3rd down. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
From the 44 here on second down. Wilson on the slant. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing now from the gun. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Jets in possession. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll throw it. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. There'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Looking slant route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it is cut left side. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll throw it again. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down after a short gain. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. Second down now, 7 to go. They are throwing it again. Finds a seam down the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Cardinals first down. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So it's halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals out in front. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin down in the Big Easy. The LA Rams in town to face New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Joe Milton has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 2 touchdown catches in the victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Jets ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Jets a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to the air here. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his second effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. For them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Airing it out to start this drive. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Here he goes on the bootleg. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing it again here. This will be caught by Watkins. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete out to the right side. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Hall running between the tackles. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
They go play action on 1st. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Setting up a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds his target, Hall. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. It's an option to the left side. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's 2nd and goal. Look at this, another option play to the left. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 41. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He's dropping back to throw. Has it at the 7. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Play action on first down. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
We've got an injury stoppage here, and no, not what any of us want to see. You remember the injury his rookie year. It's Breece Hall hurts on the play. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Option design here. And this one does not go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Sending a receiver left. 2nd and 10 now. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it, and he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Jets football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Back to throw, needing a first. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he takes this in to the 40-yard line before going down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
back-to-back carries here. Across midfield to the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Another carry for him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He must... The Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.